Now we are hot.
Let's go.
Now we are hot, so whenever you are ready.
Alright. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 45. Okay. Alright. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, depressed and yes, depressed NFL fans. We are back with the Lazies podcast. This is week 2 or episode 2. I'm here with my co-host
Benjamin
and
Julio,
and I will be your host today. I'm Eddie, aka Depressed Giants fans. Today we're mostly going to be discussing football, our week 2 predictions. Our team's predictions are our recap after our games, week 2 injuries. That's going to be a big topic for today. We might touch in on the Western Conference game 3. And Julio has a special fantasy segment for us today. So, what do you guys want to start with, fellas?
First things first. Wild week 2, man. Wild week 2 in the NFL.
Man, I don't even want to talk about it. Mainly because of my boy. Look how they look how they massacred my boy Saquon. But it's alright. We gotta move on. You guys want to start with our week 2 picks and how we did?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it.
All right. So our first pick, our first game we picked was Carolina at Tampa Bay. Ben, you picked Tampa Bay, I picked Tampa Bay, and you picked Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And the winners was Tampa Bay. I don't know why you picked the Panthers.
No idea why.
I feel like we all have that one pick. You know, I didn't know CMC was going to get hurt. I thought that what I saw week 1 from Tampa Bay, I know it's only week 1, but just like with the Saints, and we'll talk about the Saints, you know, and how I went with the Raiders. But I didn't think the Saints looked good, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't look good too. So I didn't know how week 2 was going to go, and I went with an emotional pick. I should have just stayed with my head there.
Understandable. The second game was Cincinnati versus Cleveland, the Thursday night game. You picked Cleveland, and you were the only winner. We picked Cincinnati, Julio.
Yeah. Yep. Yes,
Said it last week. Bengals going Bengal.
Bengals going Bengal.
They did pretty well. Joe Burrow, he had dropped back 61 times. He really didn't have any O-line help.
No, looking at that game and having my AFC North bias intact, Joe Burrow looks legit. I think he had to throw 61 passes, but like he didn't look bad throwing those passes. You know, like it sucks that he doesn't have a great offense or a smart enough OC to call more runs. I don't want to get on offensive coordinators. Not yet.
Hey man, I remember in the last podcast you said Joe Burrow was a king of the North, man. You still think he is?
He got an O-line, man. He got an O-line and a competent OC.
Hey, I could say that for a certain.
Their run defense is looking atrocious.
Yeah. They looked bad last year. I think they were last in total rushing yards allowed, and they're second to last right now currently. So,
Lord,
it's not looking good. And they play the Eagles this week, so.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
We will get to that
Mm-hmm.
when you're. I can't even speak. We will get to that when your fantasy segment comes up because I picked a certain player against that certain team.
That's gonna be fun for us, for any of you FanDuel people out there who can't really do the sports book and can't really pick the teams like they want to because they live in a state. Hey man, we found a way, man, to have some fun, make a little bit of money, and we'll see which one of these boys. We'll see. That's a little teaser.
Let's talk about New York, by the way. Fuck New York. The football teams, the basketball teams, all of that. All right. Jacksonville versus Tennessee. We both picked Tennessee. They were the winners. And Ben, you picked Jacksonville. I see why you picked Jacksonville because they had a upset win against Indy last week, and they did pretty well against one of the top defenses of last year. So
Just a tip pick, man. That tip pick didn't happen. It could have happened.
It could have
happened.
Denver versus Pittsburgh. We all picked Pittsburgh. This is the easy pick. Unfortunately, Drew Lock went down with an injury.
Yeah, man. That sucks, man. That sucks to see.
And Cortland Sutton.
Man. Rough man. Rough outing, man. Rough outing for the Denver team. They really make it out of there alive. That sucks, man.
Man, it's typical Steeler there. Rams versus Eagles. We picked Rams across the board. Pretty easy for you and I, Ben.
Of course.
Fuck the Eagles.
Fuck the Eagles.
They definitely shit the bed.
Yes.
Like I thought. So yeah, good job, Rams. Week 4 though. I hope y'all lose to the Giants. Okay, boom. San Francisco versus the Jets. San Francisco, we picked all across the board, but the injuries were the main part of this game. Who did they lose? They lost Mostert, Bosa.
Yes,
they lost Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes, they did.
And
Solomon
Thomas as well. I was gonna say Armstead, but it was one of those guys. And that's very unfortunate. They were complaining about the MetLife turf. How they said it was like very crappy, and
they brought that up, and then I know the Steelers outlets brought up because they brought up they brought up Zach Banner's injury. I also would look at Le'Veon's groin issue that happened week 1, and they were at MetLife. Saquon, like when you look at runners who run hard and they're cutting, and Saquon is cutting. I could imagine that wear and tear, man. And I've heard stuff about that field.
Yeah.
There are fields in the NFL that have, pretty bad reputations.
I remember FedEx Field for the football team. They had a pretty bad rep for quite some time. I don't think they changed their field neither, which is crazy. But the 49ers, it's very unfortunate for them because they play at MetLife again this week against the Giants.
Yes.
I hope they lose.
We'll get to that.
Buffalo versus Miami. Easy pick again. We picked Buffalo across the board.
Hey, y'all think Josh Allen real or no?
Oh, man. He is finally starting to show some of that accuracy.
I don't know.
There was like a 60-yard touchdown pass where he just like flicked the ball.
Yeah, I'll send that in the chat.
It was so
beautiful,
smooth, bro.
I think if this is the Allen we're gonna get, then the AFC gets a lot of whatever for being whatever, and the NFC super hard. But look at how many quarterbacks, young talent we got in the AFC, man. And look at the old talent. Look at Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get to that later.
Sorry.
All right, he's the only quarterback in 04 to actually play good. Can't count Eli because he's gone. And
Phillip got his first win.
Nah, he was gaga.
He got his first win as a coach.
He was gaga, bro.
Hey.
Basura.
Basura.
Minnesota versus Indianapolis. We all picked Minnesota, and we were all
disappointed, man.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
See, if you would have told me Kirk Cousins was going to be hot ass, I would have picked
Jesus
you
Christ.
think that offense is missing Stefon
3 interceptions.
Who 3 interceptions for Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins.
Really?
Threw 3 interceptions.
That's bad. He threw 3 interceptions, but he only has Thielen out there. And Irv Smith Jr.
Why trade Stefon Diggs? I don't get it.
Because Kirk Cousins wasn't trying to...
Is Justin Jefferson even playing?
Justin Jefferson got... in the first game, he had 1 catch maybe. In the second game, I don't know. I'm just going off of fantasy, and I dropped him after week 1. So, if that don't tell you how I think Minnesota's offense is looking. I genuinely think the Stefon trades dig. The Stefon trade dig.
Oh, my God. We're all...
Episode 2 title?
Yeah, definitely.
The Stefon Diggs trade is biting the Minnesota Vikings in the ass.
Yep.
And I do not mind at all.
Really? You really want Kirk Cousins to fail, don't you?
No, not fail, but there's just certain things that Adam Thielen can get away with that clearly Stefon couldn't get away with.
That's true.
And when you think about the level of talent, it was a 1A, 1B situation, but that game winner against the Saints, that was a throw that was designed for who? That wasn't it. The missed tackle was the play that, this is history. But that was a play that was drawn up in the dirt for Stefon Diggs. Why, bruh? Why?
I honestly
Why?
think...
And then you trade him. Hey, man.
Did they pay Kirk Cousins the year after that?
Or
did they already
that wasn't Kirk. That's what
I'm saying. Because
after that season,
that was
in the offseason they paid Kirk.
Oh man, he's the Browns quarter. Case Keenum. That was Case Keenum.
Yep.
They should have kept Case Keenum.
And just get one more weapon, help that defense out. I think the defenses will suffer from that Kirk Cousins the most because
they should have kept Case Keenum.
Mm-hmm.
They should have kept Pat Shurmur, goofy ass, as offensive coordinator. And I think he would have done way better than Kirk Cousins, like currently right now. Because I don't know. That was his team. That was honestly his team for that playoff run. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on though. Detroit versus Green Bay. Man, why the hell did I pick Detroit, man? You guys are the only one that picked Green Bay, and that offense scored 43 points last week. I do not know why I picked Detroit. Maybe because they almost had the win against Chicago, but I should have realized that Chicago, even though they beat the Giants,
they had a lead. Detroit had it. It was like a 14-zip lead. I think
14-3 lead.
14-3 lead.
Yeah, 14-3 lead.
Yeah, 14-3 lead.
You know in the last 6 straight games where Detroit had a double-digit lead, they have lost every single time.
Oh
my Lord.
6 straight times.
Here's something else that's crazy. Jim Caldwell got fired for going 9-7. You know how many games
Matt Patricia has
won
like
in 3 years?
9
games.
Bro. I've seen that. I've seen that stat.
Karma.
And that is wild, bro.
Karma, man.
Jim Caldwell. Speaking of Jim Caldwell, he got fired. His first year with Peyton Manning in 2009, they went 14-2 and went to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year they went 10-6. And then 2011, Peyton Manning had that career neck injury that basically almost ended his career. They go 2-14 with a quarterback named Curtis Painter and Dan Orlovsky for like the rest of the season, and they fire him. That was an unjustful fire too.
Yes.
Because if they would have kept Caldwell with Andrew Luck, if they would have drafted Luck, oh man, honestly, they would have been the same team. If you ask me.
They never give him a long enough chance, man.
Instead, they kept Chuck Pagano for as bad as he was. He did good for the first 3 years because they went like 10-6 each year.
They never invested in the line.
Never. I really think Andrew Luck should after this season try to make a comeback, man. Go to a team like the Bears, see what you can do. Go to a team like who else is a quarterback? The Giants. We're not gonna talk about Daniel Jones.
I think, it'd be wild depending on what happens to Matt Ryan. I think that'll be a wild. I think if I was Andrew Luck and I looked at the situations across the league, I'm looking at Atlanta and I'm like, dang man, they got an offense, but they can't win. I'm a winner. Like he got the heart. Heart of a winner.
Who goes on their defense? Keanu Neal, Deion Jones. Who else? You can name
their quarterbacks that they drafted ain't looking.
They drafted AJ Terrell. They cut Desmond Trufant.
They got Isaiah Oliver, who was like a 2nd-round pick.
I like Isaiah Oliver coming out of school.
And he's constantly getting pooped. Yeah, they're starters. He's constantly getting shitted on.
Yep.
I mean, they're rookies, man. This is a completely different game than college football.
Isaiah Oliver was drafted in 2019.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
So he was drafted last year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's
still young.
For the second year in the league, like this is completely different than college. They haven't transitioned yet, especially Terrell. Isaiah Oliver, you had a whole year. We'll see.
Who are the safeties, though? I think a lot of that has to do with, and this is our conversation when it comes to being a Steelers fan, and when we talk about drafting Artie Burns, and Giants fan over here, we talk about the drafting of Eli Apple.
Terrible.
I think that the reason why it kind of went the way it went is that they just have bad safety help. Even when we look at Jalen Ramsey in Jacksonville, he still had, who were the safeties back then?
Barry Church, and I don't remember their Tashawn Gibson.
They're
I believe.
solid safeties. Yeah. In the NFL, not everybody, and it's something we learned as we got older when it comes to our love for the NFL. Not everybody's a superstar, a star, just like with Madden, X Factor. Some guys are solid stars or solid pieces, just solid role players. And when you have solid safety help, you got a young corner. I feel like you could, excuse a little bit more.
Yeah, of course.
You have your situations like where Byron Jones, who was a corner, when he hit cornerback, he became a lockdown corner. And what do you get?
For a perfect example, Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor, they were both good safeties. Cam Chancellor was, on his down days. Earl Thomas was still elite.
Mm-hmm.
And they had cornerbacks like Jordan Lane and Shaquille Griffin.
Yep.
And even an old Byron Maxwell for the second time he came back.
Yep.
And that defense was still pretty good. So that's
my theory, man.
The Falcons, Keanu Neal is a box safety. He is a good player. I respect him. But they need a guy to, be a coverage, but yeah, they need an Ed Reed back there, basically. Because
right now, we're looking at, when it comes to the elite safeties, I think we already have the Palomalu of our generation.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jamal Adams.
Yes.
I still think between, Justin Simmons, between Minka, we're looking for the next Ed Reed, man. And I don't know who that is. I don't know who the Ed Reed of this generation is.
I wouldn't say Harrison Smith is I feel like he is, because he is currently...
He was a Palomalu of the last generation, for sure, because he was definitely a utility type of guy.
Derwin James could be that Ed Reed guy.
I think Derwin James was definitely about to be that Ed Reed.
Speaking of, because we were talking about the Falcons defense, the next game in our prediction, we kind of got off track, was the Cowboys and Falcons, and we all picked Dallas, but holy shit, that game was amazing. Even as a Giants fan watching it,
it's looking a little like a L, That boy Greg Zerline, best kicker in the NFL.
Yeah.
Just a little stats update for y'all. Even though that comeback was crazy, when it comes to passing yards, who do you think outpassed who?
I feel like Matt Ryan outpassed Dak.
445 passing yards to 267. Dak.
Wow.
Dak
rushing yards.
Yeah, no,
yep.
Wow, wait.
Yes, I forgot he did
know this
yards.
because Dak is my fantasy quarterback. What is that?
Yeah, I forgot. Yep.
Rushing 125 to 113. Dallas favor.
Wow.
Average yards per play 7 to 5.3. Who do you think won that one? Dallas.
Well, didn't Dallas have a couple turnovers? And
we had
3 fumbles lost.
Dak fumble, Zeke fumble, and Don Schultz fumble.
Yeah, so they basically capitalized off of every.
Atlanta had 8 penalties to Dallas 7, and Atlanta had 33 minutes of possession, 33 minutes and 48 seconds of possession to Dallas's 26-12.
That offense is scary. Man.
Jesus Christ! And we're not even going to talk.
I'm not even talking about the Falcons offense. That Cowboys offense is scary.
When it's click, I'm telling you, I told y'all last week.
They were down 29-10, and they did not give up at all.
I told y'all
love
last
it, man. Dak's leadership, man. Dak led us down the field every time. When you needed him, Dak was there.
He had 3 rushing touchdowns.
He did. He had 2 sneaks and a read option.
That's what you want. I think McCarthy knows, man. McCarthy seen it Dak's rookie year when McCarthy was with the Green Bay. That man almost came back in that playoff game. And that was his first one.
McCarthy's a good quarterback coach. He was on that Saints team if that other quarterback, forgot his name. He was black. Leftwich or something like that?
Byron Leftwich.
Yeah, Byron Leftwich, yep.
Yeah, okay.
He's the one who coached Byron Leftwich. And when he left, Byron Leftwich was trash.
Jeez. It's good to see. Well, I mean, you're going to bring up his quarterback coaching. How you feel about his play calling?
It was good. But the 4th down decisions, man. I don't know.
The two fake punts, man.
I don't know what to do with Chief.
This man went for a fake punt pass at first and then a fake punt run. Mike McCarthy was clearly playing Madden Ultimate.
Coach.
Because he was not trying to get it.
I love the aggressiveness.
People off guard.
But if you're going to go for a fake punt in a 4th and 5 situation on our side of the field, you might as well just put that out there and let him try to get the first down.
They almost got it, though.
They did, but 4th and 5 and a run, come on, man. Got it, Chief. I didn't like that.
Man, Falcons, they can never hold a lead. Sad.
King of chokers.
King of chokers. Okay, the next game. Oh, man. The Bears versus the Giants.
This one.
You and me, Ben, we both picked the Giants. And Julio, you got that right.
Real.
I wasn't expecting,
had to be real.
I wasn't expecting Saquon to get his ACL torn.
I don't even want to talk about it, man.
You know, that's crazy because Sunday was like a dark Sunday, man. That was there were so many injuries.
But even with Saquon being out of the game, out for the season, the Giants still had a lot of opportunities to win this game, especially in the second half.
100%.
The Giants and Giants fans need to realize we have a wide receiver problem now.
Mm-hmm.
Sterling Shepard is out for 3 weeks. That man is injury prone, and he needs to. It's sad to say that he needs to go, although he's a fan favorite. He's not the future. Golden Tate, he's old. Like, he's definitely not the future. Darius Slayton is our number one. He has a lot of potential playing with Daniel Jones in this offense, but he gets doubled almost every play because nobody else is a threat. Evan Ingram is garbage. He is a fucking bum. I don't understand how you just.
He has so much potential, man. He has potential.
He hasn't improved with his run blocking in year 4. I think this is year 4 or year 5. I don't even fucking remember. He hasn't improved his run blocking. He's been called for PI twice, offensive PI twice on crucial plays, and he's dropped 3 passes already. I think it was 4.
Yeah.
And the dude slipped, and Daniel Jones threw a pick. Honestly, Joe Judge needs to put this man at wide receiver. He's not a tight end at all. He's a wide receiver. He can play in the slot and be a god. He can get Chase Claypool routes. Honestly, he is that good, but not at tight end. And although we only scored 13 points and the Bears scored 17, the Bears scored 17 in the first half, and that Giants defense is something serious. Not in the running game, because we are 24th in the rushing yards allowed. We are 2nd in yards allowed and passing. In 2 games against Steelers offense, that was, that's up and down, but they definitely showed week 2.
We'll get there.
Ben Roethlisberger still got it. And that's Mitchell Trubisky. So
Mitchell, and that's why I picked the Bears to win. Because I'm like, I don't think Mitchell Trubisky can put 4 quarters together. But I think the way he ended the first game, I felt like that was going to carry into the second game. And then eventually it would either fizzle, which it did, or it's, maybe he is a good quarterback. He's consistent. Literally as soon as halftime.
Bears got to realize it's over, man. This season, it's over. Because Mitch Trubisky project, it's over.
The Giants defense is a project. And for them to completely shut down that passing offense, you need to switch something, Mr. Offensive minded Matt Nagy. It's wild.
Trash.
Bits, man. Mitch, I'm not a bitch.
Put Foles out there, see what he can do.
7 wins is still our ceiling, so we're not out Giants fans. All I gotta do is pray, man. Pray. Next game, football team at Cardinals. We all picked the Cardinals.
Trash.
God. We did, man. Nah. Football team is who they are. They just.
Yep, they are who they are.
Kyler Murray is definitely standing out in last year's quarterback draft class.
MVP candidate in my head.
Wow. Yes. There was this one play where he ran for a touchdown. And he literally froze Landon Collins. Landon Collins was just on his feet and then instantly going by Kyler Murray.
He's an electric player, man.
They say he runs like a bad little kid.
He does, man, because he's so short. He really has it. He really can get away from
he's fast.
Defenders.
He's so fast.
Like we thought Lamar was good. He is just as good.
I think we play him. I think we play Kyler next week.
Oh man, good luck, man. Because y'all defense already sucks.
The NFC West is gonna be a dogfight this season, man.
Next game. Chiefs versus Chargers. You and Ben, Julio, you guys both picked the Chiefs.
Yes.
And I picked the Chargers in a
close.
close game.
You were close.
But they lost in that close game. Justin Herbert, he looked all right, man.
Yeah, he did.
Although it should have been Tyrod Taylor's spot and that doctor for puncturing his lung.
Yeah.
Wild.
Oh man,
That's
that's crazy.
For you guys who just for reference, he's referring to the story where the team doctor for the Los Angeles Chargers was supposed to give him a shot so he can play because he's dealing with cracked ribs. And if you guys know, NFL players go through absolute hell to play on Sundays. Absolute hell. But this is just one of those things. So every player has dealt with it. And the doctor apparently punctured too close or poked too close and punctured Tyrod's lung. Had to rush him to the hospital. In comes Herbert. That's why there wasn't any Adam Schefter tweet or any tweet about Herbert getting the job. They literally found out as like real time.
Yeah, that's
Herbert,
wild.
you're starting.
That is wild.
So
for it to be
wild. But Justin Herbert stepped up, man. He looked good. He
He
looked
did.
good. 311 passing yards,
He did.
3 touchdowns.
He did.
Looked nice.
Yeah, against the Chiefs.
Yep.
That defense is looking sus still because
Not
man.
really a defensive team, man. They're
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 not really a defensive
keep
team.
their defense off the field, and if they gotta get the stops, they can. And got that offense gotta drive slow. Keep the
that
defense.
is true.
Like
That is
a
true.
Not
really
tired.
super bend. Like they
Yeah.
bend don't break, but
Yeah.
that bend get like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
The Chiefs defense can get got. That's all we saying.
We also figured out that Mahomes to Hill is basically a one play touchdown in the making.
Yeah.
Because
Man.
that duo was crazy.
That is ridiculous.
That
fast.
throw Patrick Mahomes made was amazing.
Beautiful.
Like we seen that throw from Baker Thursday night where he threw off the run
Yep.
from his left side to Odell.
Yep.
But man,
It's like
somehow
you
Mahomes
see a
just
pass
made
like
it look.
that. And it's like when Mahomes does it, you're just like, oh, he's not human.
Yeah.
And it's, like he's in my conference, and this man is not human, bro. And when he looks human, it's like for 5 seconds. Because then he'll just like hop in the air and do some
Yeah,
nonsense.
you're just like with that touchdown pass because he was looking kind of mediocre for the majority of the game.
All he needs is that one pass. Man. All he needs is that one pass, and he's on fire.
Wild.
That's scary.
He ain't everything, man.
That's legit scary, man. It only takes one.
I'm glad he in the AFC for 10 years. Next game, fellas. Baltimore versus Houston. We all picked Baltimore. You picked Baltimore in a 17-point lead. What was the final score of that game?
The final score of that game, me boy, was I believe it was like 30 to something.
Yeah,
it was for when I was watching some of the game. It looked like for maybe 5 minutes, Houston was gonna get something sort of going, and then no, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, the defense is just. That defense is crazy, man. That defense
sad,
is
man.
scary good now that they have Calais Campbell.
33-16.
And that is a 17-point lead exactly.
Good
man.
job,
Good
buddy.
job, man.
Good job.
No.
Good prediction.
Call out.
I said I don't do scores, man. I don't do scores. It's for that reason.
Next game, we picked the New England Patriots against the Seattle Seahawks.
Woo!
You and Julio, Ben, both got the prediction right, and I picked New England in an overtime prediction. I was wrong, but the game was close.
Fire.
Yeah. I watched that whole game. That game was wild.
I said that it was going to be a defensive game last week, and wow, that Patriots defense got exposed by Russell Wilson.
Metcalf, man, looking legit.
Although Russell Wilson threw a pick, man, he is looking like the current MVP right now.
Russell Wilson, to me, is 100% the leader. And he's on a tear, like, all right.
Man,
yeah,
Boy,
Lamar
Mr.
had unanimous.
Unlimited, man. Y'all better
Lamar
stop
had
playing with him.
y'all picked Lamar as unanimous MVP? That means none of y'all thought what I just did.
Yeah.
All these touchdowns with 3 interceptions. Okay.
He only had a tip pick too,
All right,
man.
cool.
Is that-
Yep, and it was a tip pick.
Like how he's
that hurt.
conducting these drives is just crazy. Like,
Mr.
it's-
Unlimited.
Beautiful, man.
The
It's just-
awareness is amazing by Russell Wilson, and that's very underrated.
He's
It's a very underrated.
he's the most
stat by him.
underrated. He's the most underrated superstar in sports.
Right now.
He's
100%.
literally
Just
he's-
talent
oh my
wise.
God.
I think talent wise, I think his talent, like when you think about all these commercials and you see, Mahomes is starting to get his. Baker, they could take Baker out and put Russ in 100% when it just comes to pure talent and when it comes to the TV power. Because Russell Wilson is ridiculous. He was throwing absolute dimes.
Yeah.
Dimes!
Yeah. DK Metcalf is having a strong
He's unfair,
case.
man. He's unfair.
You said DK Claypool?
DK Claypool. Nah, man. DK Metcalf is having a strong case for being a top wide receiver. I wouldn't say top 3 or 5. I would say top 7 if he consistently plays like this.
I think in that generation, because he was drafted in 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would think receivers that drafted after 2018 would be in that sort of class of when they start to take over the league. Like right now, like we said with Jamal Adams, so the Jamal Adams of the world, the Nick Bosa's, that generation of stars is starting to take over the league. Just like the quarterbacks from the 2017 draft, 2018 draft. So I think DK gonna be top 5 in that receiver generation because Terry McLaurin could do a little bit more. We can do a little bit more, and he's on a different sort of situation, and he can still ball out in that situation.
Yeah, he hasn't been looking like the Terry McLaurin of last season.
No.
He's definitely hit a wall. It's not good.
And that happens.
It's good for the beginning of the season because he could pick up, but it's not looking so good right now. And the last game of the predictions. New Orleans versus the new Las Vegas Raiders. The first ever home game. You and I picked the Raiders.
The Gruden Grinders.
And you, Ben, picked the Saints in a blowout win.
Yes. How'd that go for you, bro?
Man, that was only a big L. I thought I didn't know Michael Thomas was gonna be out.
That is
and
true.
I didn't think, man. I don't think it would have made such a difference, anyways.
I
didn't expect Drew Brees to have a noodle arm.
His arm really looks shot. Like 2015 Peyton Manning.
Yeah, 2015 Peyton Manning shot, man. He got the noodle. When
do you think, if he continues playing like this, when do you think they put in Jameis?
He still had 312 passing yards.
But it was all checked, bro. If you would watch the highlights, it was all check downs. He literally got a 20-yard check down in the last play. He didn't even attempt a Hail Mary for the last play of the game.
Jeez.
He only watching the highlights. He's only thrown at least 2 or 3 20-yard passes. That's looking very Tom Brady-esque, if you ask me.
When we think about Drew Brees, we think about in 2018. Remember towards the end of the year when the offense was looking great all season. Towards the end of the year, everybody was like, "Yo, is his arm sort of losing strength because the ball isn't coming out?" It was that game against the Falcons where he threw this wobbly pick in the end zone. And I'll never forget that because I'm like, Falcons are not going to pull this off. He threw that wobbly pick, and then everybody's just like, this has sort of been what he's looked like these last couple weeks. 2019 happens. He gets hurt. He gets 5 games off. Teddy goes 5-0, so he's able to come back and warm up and good. I think
they should have kept Teddy, honestly.
I think, man, they should have tried to keep Teddy and let Taysom, and Taysom's pretty old at this point too.
Taysom is 30 years old, and I did not know that.
He's a good runner, man.
He has a cool 3 years as a receiver, if you ask me.
If he gets a chance to be a starting quarterback, and he ends up being if he has a really great season, and then the next 2 years he's like, okay, he's body sort of gave on him. Then I would be super mad at the Saints, man. You wasted me, man. Y'all told me y'all was gonna make me the next dude. Then y'all signed Teddy, and then Drew gets hurt, and then y'all start Teddy. Then the next year is okay, Drew's getting old. Then y'all signed Jameis.
You don't believe in Jameis at all?
I want Jameis to succeed, but I'm why would if I'm Taysom Hill, I'm so am I the future of this team? You've been saying to the media.
I mean, they paid him. They paid him like he was.
Yeah, bro, you gave me the check.
Well, he has to be quarterback too. But if I want the quarterback experience, I'm putting in Jameis Winston. I don't care how many picks he throws.
Jameis. It would have been interesting to see what Jameis did in the second year in Bruce Arians' system. Who knows? Because every quarterback that got that chance, Carson Palmer being the most recently, who got that second chance in the system, eventually does really good. Carson Palmer damn near had a freaking MVP season.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We'll see what comes of Jameis. I'll never give up on Jameis, though.
Unlike the Saints having a bad offensive game, the Raiders have had a real good offensive game.
Got that old classic team, man. Run, and if we got a gun, we'll gun. But we have
Rooting.
They had that Saints defense like on point. They were definitely attacking like each part of the defense. They were going sideline, they were going middle, they were doing check downs, 10-yard throws, they were doing motions. Darren Waller. Man, what a comeback story for him. Like
practice squad on the Ravens.
Could have. Oh man, what if we would have plucked him off the practice squad? No, we're good though. We got Glass Vance, man.
Hey, you got Eric Ebron.
Yeah, now we got Eric Ebron. I've been so tempted, but he hasn't done anything yet. I don't want to call him Eric Ebron because then I feel like he'll block me. That's why, like, I stay clear of Steven Nelson because his block triggers pretty quick, I think, and Vince Williams because I already lost that follow, but I got it back. Vinny Vitadici, my guy, bro, number 98. Go. No Vinny slander. That touchdown, that Melvin Gordon. That wasn't on you, bro. It was on Terrell Edmonds. No Vinny slander, baby.
No Vinny slander.
No Vinny slander.
Hashtag no Vinny slander.
No Vinny slander. That was Terrell Edmonds' fault, big bro. Now you shouldn't even been covering. You can cover. All right, let's move on.
Before we end our week 2 picks, Raiders are 2-0. You are they legit?
Undefeated. Defense looking sus, but I think their offense can really carry them to the playoffs.
Hey.
I think that defense might not win them a playoff game, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go in there and make some noise. The Raiders.
Jonathan Abrams looking good on Monday.
I love Jonathan Abrams.
I think John Gruden finally has his Gruden grinders, man.
You got him.
He's got
him. He had to get rid of Khalil Mack. He had to get rid of Amari Cooper. Yeah.
Thank you. They
weren't Gruden grinders, man. And so for our final record for our week 2 picks, Julio, you are in the lead, 13-3.
Didn't think that was gonna happen.
Second place,
12-4.
12-4, and I am 10-6 in last place.
Woo! Thank you, Las Vegas.
Would have
been tied.
With all of these good week 2 games, except the Giants, that shit was trash. With all the good week 2 games, we suffered a lot of
injuries.
Superstar injuries, and that is wild. We lost players like Nick Bosa, Saquon Barkley, Cortland Sutton, Drew Lock, Jimmy Garoppolo, Solomon Thomas, Raheem Mostert, and many more that I can't even name.
Out for several weeks, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Nobody cares. I mean, he a Falcon. Nobody cares. He a Cowboy. Nah, I hope he gets well soon.
I'm trying to find that full. Man, that full. There's like
trying to find the full list.
Yeah, there's like a picture or a list that sort of just shows how impactful it was. And I saw it on Twitter, and I definitely should have.
Yeah, I seen it on Twitter as well, and I should have saved the photo. I was not prepared.
But a lot of guys, like we said, not the Minnesota Vikings, the 49ers lost.
49ers lost a lot.
Pretty much lost their defense.
They lost their starting quarterback. They got to play with Nick Mullins now. Let's see what he can do.
Bruce Irvin, Cortland Sutton, Jimmy Garoppolo, Christian McCaffrey. We already talked about. He might be coming back, of course. Drew Lock, didn't see that one going. Yeah, man, it was a dark Sunday. It was a really dark Sunday for injuries, boys.
What do you think is the blame for all these injuries?
No preseason.
That's been brought up there. That's definitely been up there that the lack of preseason might be something to.
The lack of preseason might be a reason, and they should have started the league in about like late September, early October to give them that extra month because of all this COVID nonsense. But I really do think that does play a huge factor in why these guys are injured. These guys are just rusty, and they just unfortunately got injured. Like, and mostly knee injuries and stuff too. It's crazy.
It's sad.
It's crazy that we're gonna not see these stars for the rest of the season, but at the same time, we're also gonna be seeing new stars emerge. So
next man up, especially in this league, especially this year. I think these rookie classes are really about to show. Like these GMs and scout departments, I think you really about to see who's real and who's just getting paid to basically trade picks and get free agents.
I agree.
Because you about to see who rookie classes can come in and off rip produce, help, fill in for guys getting hurt. You saw guys like Jalen Reagor who looked like they were gonna have a little burn. He got hurt. He's dealing with a PCL.
Trash, anyways.
He's dealing with something in his thumb. But for the full list, we have Nick Bosa, Solomon Thomas, Jimmy Garoppolo, Raheem Mostert, Saquon Barkley, Sterling Shepard, Tyrod Taylor, of course, Christian McCaffrey, Paris Campbell. It's looking like Malik Hooker as well.
Wow.
Devontae Adams. So not all these injuries are ACLs and out. A majority are.
Yes.
So majority. Either way, from a lot of these injuries that happen might not be season ending, but a lot of these guys are missing weeks. So that's what matters as well.
Man,
so Devontae Adams.
Before you continue, I really wish Saquon was a part of that missing weeks and not season. That really sucks for the Giants. But
if that season goes into the postseason, it's an ACL, man.
It's over. It's over. You got to give him that whole year to come back. Adrian Peterson told him to get well, so I'm really hoping for that 2,000-yard mentality and season.
That Mamba mentality.
Yes.
If he's still a Giant.
He deleted all his photos on IG, but he still has no. Don't make that face. Don't make that face saying he's gonna leave. He's not going to leave. Okay.
Saquon?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Hey, Cowboy fan, you have no say in this. But he still has running back for the New York Giants in his bio for everything. So
yeah, unlike when AB.
Yeah,
I remember that day. I still have the screenshot.
Are you sure that dude Casey from the Falcons safety, you not dead?
Yeah.
Are you sure he's still alive, man?
Nah, man.
I don't know, man. Zeke kind of murdered him on Sunday. I don't know, man.
Yeah, Zeke caught a body. I think the Falcons are also a dead body somewhere on a river. Because Dallas definitely caught a body.
I feel like the Falcons will bounce back from this, though. Like, as soon as they get, like...
They're the type of team that'll get that 7th seed. Tell you what.
As soon as they snap on defense and actually start playing good for the offense, they need to get Julio Jones more involved. Although he dropped a touchdown pass, which is wild. I feel like they're gonna finish 8-8.
Well, Jadobi was clamping him up. I understand, bro.
Jadobi
There we go, man.
Awuzie.
Awuzie, he did pretty well. Okay, you guys just want me to say he did well.
Hater.
Just to finish up this list: Cam Akers, Drew Lock, Cortland Sutton, Byron Jones.
Oh man.
Anthony Barr.
Wow.
Which hurts. That one hurts, man. That sucks. Rashad Perriman, Bruce Irvin, Brandon Scherf, and it's looking like Isaac Samalu. But the Eagles have been getting hurt with injuries all along.
All offseason. They've been getting hit with injuries all offseason.
Yeah, and the Eagles are haven't had a real good streak of luck ever since the Super Bowl. But being honest, they had injuries dealing in the Super Bowl. They should never let go of Nick Foles.
They should have moved on from Carson Wentz because he's showing who he actually is. It's a hot take.
Hot take.
Hot take.
The Eagles should move on from Carson Wentz?
Yes.
Okay.
Carson Wentz is not their future. He's been playing like garbage since coming back. He has a losing record.
Was he a top 2 pick, right?
He's number 2 pick after golf. He has like 50 fumbles.
He almost had the MVP year, man. Remember?
Okay.
Remember? He almost had the MVP year.
Come on, man. All Eagles need is an elite running back, an elite wide receiver, an elite goal line, an elite everything. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
I don't know.
And then went to see, bro. That's all it went to me, bro.
Pennsylvania, man.
Pennsylvania.
But yeah, rough week 2.
I hope all those guys who suffered injuries come back well.
Yep, me too. T's and P's, thoughts and prayers to all of them.
Yeah, hope get well soon, guys.
Now, we had a little, because all our teams, now 2 weeks we're entering week 3, right?
Yes.
So we all sort of might have an axe to grind, or might have an issue with our team. So I don't know if you guys wanted to do your.
Oh, I already did that with the Giants. I already
with the Giants. Okay.
I already said it when I was making highlights or talk about the highlights of the Bears. 7 wins is still our ceiling. Daniel Jones needs to step up. Evan Ingram needs to step up. And if the Giants' pass defense is still elite, we're not going to be as bad as we think. Let's hope Devontae Freeman has a good, productive season. What about you, Ben?
Let's see. I mean, talk about our defense, because our defense has been playing like shit. Okay, they've been playing with like no heart. They've been giving up 4th and 2s every time I see them. I see the other offense on the field. Our pass rush has been non-existent. Everson Griffin had 2 sacks yesterday, but you know those are 2 like coverage sacks. I need to see like more from Lawrence. He paid him a season ago. Oh man, the Leighton Vander Esch and Sean Lee injury hurting.
You guys giving up Byron Jones really hurts too.
Yeah, I wanted to keep Jones, but unfortunately he was asking for like he was asking for too much, and you know we still need to pay Dak. So it is what it is.
It is.
Gotta move on.
All right. You guys got any other NFL discussions you want to talk about? You guys want to make week 3 picks, or do you want to save that for the?
We can do week 3 picks in a sec. I just had a quick little not a rant. I just had something to say. Because we're going over scores, and we discuss what happened with the with your Giants in Chicago, and Dallas coming back, But I just wanted to say something about the Steelers and
Go ahead, man.
And the Broncos.
The floor is yours.
Okay. All right. We won 26-21, right? Okay. All right. Cool. There was a moment, ladies and gentlemen, after halftime where it looked like the Broncos might be doing a little something, and then there was a safety. All right?
Okay.
Cool. There's a safety. And then I believe... No, I'm getting ahead of myself. There was an 84-yard touchdown from Ben Roethlisberger to Chase Claypool. All right?
That has potential, man.
Okay.
Chase Claypool is showing that he'd be a deep threat receiver, man. I didn't know he had that in him, man. Honestly.
And with Chase Claypool, because I looked at film, outside the combine. When he did his combine, by the way, as soon as it was done, I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure we might draft him as a tight end. And he kept saying that he's a receiver. Made his number 11 as soon as he went to the Steelers.
He is definitely a receiver.
He's a wide receiver. Yes, he's not a tight end. But Randy Fichtner, offensive coordinator,
bum.
Mike Tomlin's buddy. You guys know the story, Steelers Nation. They coached together in college. Such a beautiful story. So beautiful, man. Oh, man, they coached together. And then they went to the NFL. And then Tomlin brought him on, made him a quarterback's coach. And then he gets to be offensive coordinator. And then here we are. Here's what Randy Fichtner's play calls were after the 84-yard touchdown to our rookie Chase Claypool. 1st and 10, run for 2. 2nd and 8, we run, we get a penalty. 3rd and 18, we pass for 9 yards, punt. 2nd drive after that. 1st and 10, pass for 6. 2nd and 4, we run for 3. 3rd and 1, we run for -1 yard. We go for a field goal. Next drive, run for 2. Pass for 9. Another run for -2. A screen for -4. 3rd and 16, we throw a pick.
Oh, that sounds like vintage Randy Fichtner to me.
Cool. Randy.
Randall.
I get last year you were scared, man, because we had Duck. This man was a certified duck caller champion playing quarterback. Cool. I understand you have Mason Rudolph who likes to throw lollipops in the air and it's check down Poppy. Cool. But we have Ben Roethlisberger now. What are you doing?
Gotta go deep, man.
This is Ben. He threw an 84-yard touchdown. He didn't throw the ball 84 yards. I understand. I'm not stupid. But the man got hit on the throw and still completed the pass. He just had elbow surgery. He did vintage Ben to Deontay Johnson, which was the game winner. Randy, the screens don't work, man. The draws don't work, man. Let this man throw the ball, my guy. What are we doing?
What do you think about James Conner, man?
Connor. You know what? This ain't even about Connor. Connor, good game. Have fun, man. Good job. High five. Benny, get your head out of your ass, man. I tweeted for 2 hours to get you in the game. Your first run, you fumble. That makes me look stupid, Benny. Get your head out of your ass. I'm not rooting for you to take over Connor's job. But if Connor gets hurt, I don't need that from you. All right? I don't want to see any more of these tight end screens to glass Vance McDonald. We have Eric Ebron. I want to see more Derek Watt at fullback. I want to see an offense that doesn't succeed when Ben Roethlisberger goes no huddle because Randy Feener's a fucking idiot. I don't want to see that. We're 2-0. If we go 14-2, then I should have appreciated these 2 wins. But I can't because Randy Feener's a fucking buffoon. That's it.
Y'all hear this?
That's all, guys.
He said he can't appreciate 14 wins with Randy Feener as
No.
coordinator.
We're 2-0. We can go 2-14.
Wish we were 2-0.
And I should have appreciated these 2 wins.
Okay.
And I can't because of Randall Wildcat Feener.
Oh man.
And that's it. I just want to see us move the ball. I just want us to be aggressive.
Move the ball.
I just
he's talking about moving the Giants can't move the ball.
I understand that.
No.
I understand that. And I understand it sounds like I'm being...
Your defense is going...
You're overreacting. Your defense is going to win them all. It's going to win them most of their games. It's going to win them most of their games through the first 8 weeks. Because I'm telling you, as soon as December hit, Ben Roethlisberger is just going to catch fire and he's going to throw at least 11 touchdowns. Remember this.
Where was Mika? Where were you at, buddy? Hey, man. Remember when we traded for you? Remember? And you came and you got all pro?
Hey, it's only 2 games.
Where you
season,
at?
Man.
It's only 2.
Terrell Edmonds saved the day Sunday, y'all.
Word?
Yes.
Terrell Edmonds?
By the way,
it's about time I hear his name.
Like, when I'm toxic and I'm in that mode on Twitter in Steelers game, I feel so bad, man, because Devin Bush was getting mad hate. And then Film Twitter did what they do and find out that Terrell Edmonds basically caused 2 of those touchdowns. And I'm just like, hey, my bad, Devin. It's fine. They put you on an island, 1-on-1 with Noah Fant, and that wasn't fair.
That was not.
But that other touchdown...
Noah Fant is slowly showing.
Noah Fant is a...
Noah Fant
Thank God I drafted him. I believe in him.
Noah Fant is what Evan Ingram is supposed to be.
Noah Fant is 100% what Evan Ingram is supposed to be. Noah Fant... Because he can block a little bit, but that man is so explosive, bro, running routes. He's so explosive just wherever they put him at. Just watching him Sunday, I was like, I don't know what Devin's supposed to do. Like, what are you supposed to do about it?
Wish we had an old fan, man. Wish we had an room. You got
you
got Dalton Schultz.
I wish we had a
Dalton Schultz, man. He sounds dope, man.
Man, I'm saying I wish we had a Noah Fant, but we have a Noah Fant.
Yeah, I have a Evan Ingram.
He's being Evan Ingram. He's being garbage. That's what he is. And he needs to step up. Plain and simple.
Rough.
Is that all what you guys want to say for the NFL discussions?
Yes. I 2-0. Yay. And I'm appreciating that because last season we started 1-3, so I'm appreciating 2-0. But also, Randy, you're still fucking calling plays like we're 1-3, man. It's Ben fucking Roethlisberger, dude.
The Giants have started 0-2 in 7 of their last 8 seasons.
But Eli beat Brady that one time, so it's okay.
Yeah, and the one time where he didn't start 0. Yeah, he did. He started 0-2 in one of them. I can't even say that.
There you go,
man.
bro.
But that was like young Eli, man.
Eli.
That was young Eli surrounded with a bunch of talent too. Let's be real.
It would have been
a bunch of defensive talent.
I would have loved to have seen a Ben Roethlisberger versus Eli Manning Super Bowl 1.
2008. 2008 was the only chance. And then
2016.
No. 2016. I knew.
Well, we went to the AFC.
2016. I knew our offense was gonna shit the bed because we were literally in Odell play.
It's the Miami boat trip.
Yep. No, man. No. Let's not talk about the boat trip.
The boat trip.
The boat trip. Honestly, people are honestly saying that it's cursed us, and I'm starting to believe it now because ever since
Who's the last? Is Sterling Shepard the last man on
person
the roster?
He got.
He just got hurt. Huh?
He gotta go. He gotta go. And
Wow,
that boat chip is erased.
That is crazy.
Erased.
That is shocking when you think about it.
It's sad because Sterling Shepard's injury, and shout out to Ding Productions. You guys, if you're on YouTube listening to this podcast and you like football and you like football highlights, you know Ding Productions. And he on Twitter, and he put up the clip.
OG, and you a Giants fan too? Shout out to
you.
Yeah, he put up the Giants clip of
something Jack or something Johnson.
Jared Johnson, I think that's what his name was.
The safety from Chicago.
Yeah, he basically pulled his ankle.
Told you, yo, I told
after
you
after a low tackle.
When that play happened live, because football, and you know those who've played organized football, you know that there's just gonna be extra stuff. Like if you pancake a lineman and the play's over, you take a little long to get up because you want him to know I just whooped your ass.
Yes.
There are certain things.
Speaking of O-line whooping ass, Andrew Thomas
whooping
had
ass.
A pretty good game against the Lil Mac.
Andrew Thomas is an ass.
He looks legit. He looks like the NFC East rival Tyron Smith, if you ask me.
Oh, that offensive line for Dallas.
That young Tyron Smith, man. I remember it was one game when he was facing against JPP and Justin Tuck. That man was holding his own, man. Like he was young too, man. And I see that in Andrew Thomas. Another thing about the Giants before I end this, the wide receiver problem. Mm-hmm. You always talked about this, the back end of the draft.
I told you, and I tried not to hate,
but I always justified it by saying we had Corey Coleman, and we cut him.
Yep.
For Wayne Gallman, that wasn't even active in Week 2's game against the Bears. It was just Deion Lewis out there. Deion Lewis and Eli Penny, bro. It's crazy. Like, we should have kept Corey Coleman for this exact situation, just in case if Shepard goes down. If Shepard ain't going to take one down Week 1 and 2, and we needed Corey Coleman. I don't care how much of a bust he is.
He would have been better than what you got.
He would have been better than what we have. We need to call up Benjamin Victor, and I forgot who was the other guy on our practice squad. Dang, I just seen his name. We need to call both of those guys up from the practice squad, and we need to work with them. Because CJ Board and Damian Ratley is not working.
How come you don't call Ryan Switzer, man?
Ryan Switzer?
Yeah, he out there, man.
No, I'm okay. I'm good on him, Mr. Fair Catch.
Ryan Switzer. Hey, yo, that man came back super pumped up, like worked out. And people on Steelers Twitter were just like, he's gonna make you eat your words. Because I remember tweeting something, and then somebody subtweeting like, oh, these hating on Ryan Switzer jokes just to hate on Ryan Switzer aren't funny anymore. I was like, all right, okay, cool. And,
everybody thought he was gonna make the roster because he was Ben Roethlisberger's buddy.
He was Ben Roethlisberger's church Bible study partner, and I was, bro. And I saw that video of them sledding. I was like, oh, Deion Kane, it's over for you, bro. You should have went sledding on that trip, bro. What are you doing? And now, I'm not happy he's on the street as a free agent. You never want nothing like that. But in the NFL, it's about production. The year before, Eli Rogers, everybody was hating on him because he came to practice in a truck and construction hat ready to work. You guys got mad because it reminded you too much of Antonio Brown, and he didn't make the team. Ryan Switzer made the team. We cut Deontay Spencer, Denver's return man, main return man, one return man of the week a bunch of times last year. Cut him. Why? We got to keep Ryan Switzer. That's not the NFL I grew up on. That's not how that works.
It's alright. I don't have them anymore.
Nope.
It's alright.
I wish him the best, though. I hope he lands on a roster that's not Pittsburgh. God bless. Good luck.
Alright. Before I end off this NFL segment, I want to pay homage to an NFL great that recently passed away today on September 23rd, 2020. Gale Sayers, running back for the Chicago Bears. As I play these highlights right now, this dumb ad, it's crazy. You're not paying us. But before the highlights start, we always talk about Saquon and Christian McCaffrey and all these guys being elusive, right? Mm-hmm. Gale Sayers was the first ever elusive back. I forgot to mention Barry Sanders. And when you see these highlights, it is crazy how he really changed the game in his first season. Let me pull up his stats from his first season, his rookie year.
He was in the backfield with Walter Payton too, right?
No, he was before Walter Payton. He played from 1955 to 1965 to 1971. His first year, he ran for 867 yards and rushed for 14 touchdowns. Rookie. And his second year, he ran for 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. And then he suffered like an injury that basically slowed his career down. But as you can see with these highlights, he can literally cut on a dime.
Jesus.
It's amazing.
Oh, man. R.I.P.
It's 2020's been relentless, man.
And you know what's crazy? His number is 40. He really made 40 great in the 50s and 60s. I mean, in the 60s.
If there was an ugly football number that you guys had to wear, if you guys were playing for example, next year we have the possibility to play semi-pro, semi-professional football. What ugly number would you wear?
I already told you my ugly number.
What?
It's going to be number 49. Who the hell wears 49? Come on. Who? You don't know nobody.
Daniel Sorensen?
No, he's kind of caca too. It's either 49, 39,
39 is
37, or 93. 90s are cool.
That's funny. 93 is actually the number that I want to go back to.
For real?
If I go to semi-pro. My number in high school in semi-pro was 60. And I already think that's an ugly ass number in itself, right?
60 is a good way. You play center and guard, right?
Yeah, center guard.
That's a real good number.
No, I was nose guard, D tackle too, depending on the scheme.
Okay, maybe for D tackle,
46.
46. Yeah. What is wrong with you? That is.
We had a dude on the. Oh man, this was because Ryan Shazier got hurt and we didn't draft a linebacker. His name was Matthew Thomas. You guys remember me at all raving about Matthew Thomas? He was number 46, man, and everybody's like, "Oh, you know what? You know, he could be like Ryan. He's fast. Da da da. He was a 5-star high school recruit, but he got into da da da. Man, he got cut. Went to the Ravens practice squad. Ain't do nothing with the Ravens.
Yeah.
Every time I hear the number 46, I think Matt Thomas, man. Crazy. Steelers bias. I try not to do it, but I do.
You do it every time. Every time you mention football.
It's annoying.
Even
numbers like you said 37. My brain was like, oh, Jordan Dangerfield.
Yeah, always.
You said 39.
That's Willie Parker, bro, right? Isn't that Willie Parker?
No, that's no. He's been a ghost these last 2 weeks. 39.
Oh, that's
39.
Minka.
He's
That's
out
young
there.
Minka.
I gotta stop. I don't want to be toxic.
Stop. You being toxic.
I am being toxic.
All right, fellas. Playoff talk. Western Conference Finals, Game 3. What are your opinions on the Nuggets win against the Lakers?
Last night, boys and girls, when we went to talk, well, not when we went to talk. Last night, there was about 3 runs in the fourth quarter, third quarter, fourth, right? And the Lakers was on a run, and they was on a run. There was a point where Anthony Davis came up the court walking. They were so tired, bro. There was a foul shot, and there was a timeout after the first foul shot. That's how tired everybody was. So the score was 98-101. And it's like, whoa, is the Lakers going to do it? And in my head, I said, you know what? If Denver has any sort of kick because they're younger, the Lakers can come back off this timeout rested or with a little bit more energy. But I think their energies are just not going to. And the Denver Nuggets was just like, done. Jamal Murray.
What? Yo.
Nikola Jokic.
When are we going to start putting him in the elite conversation? I know it's really early, but he has had a magnificent playoff run.
I think what it is with him and what's always been is like, he was one of those players that'll give you 50, but it was like spotty, like, we don't, we can do it all the time. I think that changed with the playoff against Donovan Mitchell. I think that sort of changed, and then when they went up against the Clippers, yeah, I think Jamal Murray is going to be the future of the league, man. I think Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., Paul Millsap is a great piece to that team.
Millsap, Jeremy Grant dropped 22 points.
Grant,
definitely helped
Jeremy Grant has been
Game
great.
3. I remember he was drafted, I don't know, because he has a twin brother. He was either drafted by the Thunder or the Bulls, and he's been a journeyman.
Yep.
And he's definitely found a home in Denver because he's He is playing
great
really
defense,
well.
man.
Playing, yes.
Yeah,
and
both ends of the floor.
And the offensive chemistry by the Nuggets is just crazy because
That's scary.
You can call ISO with Jamal Murray. You can call picking fades with Jokic. You can do corner threes. Michael Porter, he could do pick and rolls and do alleys. Like it is just they have so much talent. On
Michael Porter has so much potential, man. I said as soon as they drafted him, that this is gonna be a great steal by the Nuggets, man. If he can stay healthy, and he just works on his craft, man.
Most definitely.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be a problem.
And it's sad because he definitely. I don't know. I always bring up he could have been a Knick.
There's so many people that could have been a Knick though. So,
but
the Knicks could have had a God squad by now, but they dumb. They're just dumb.
By the way, Kyle Kuzma is terrible. Kyle Kuzma is...
Wow. 26 minutes and 11 points is not good for Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma, he was in there, and you know, for anybody who watches Game 2, you hear the announcers sort of keep bringing up the battle of the third option, and that was Kyle Kuzma versus Michael Porter Jr. Cut that bullshit out. It ain't no competition.
There's definitely
maybe
competition.
Kyle Kuzma versus Mason Plumlee. Because Michael Porter Jr. versus
You think they should have traded Kyle Kuzma to the Brandon Ingram?
I said that when it happened, and I was following the Lakers because I knew LeBron was going there, and I told you once LeBron, because I'm a LeBron stan, I knew, I was like, bro, they're gonna want to keep Kyle because they just see that potential in Kyle, but what this man Brandon Ingram can do with the ball, he can create shots for himself.
Yeah.
He can cut. When that man cuts, it's like Kevin Durant cutting.
Yeah, he's definitely
man.
A good year scoring. Like he's definitely breaking in the NBA now.
Yeah.
There's a point in these. I don't know if they'll show it. There was a point yesterday with again 101-98. Kyle Kuzma gets a open shot attempt, hesitates, and then once the defense comes up, tries to shoot it, airballs it. And it's just like, dude, it's the effing Western Conference Finals, bro. Yeah. There's no more hesitation shit, bro. You said that Jesus himself could put his hand in your face and you shoot. Yeah. It was open, Kyle. Come on, man. Get your head out of your ass.
Can't really, like, Kuzma, he had 11 points. He did have an iffy game. But where is Alex Caruso? Where is Danny Green? Like, Caldwell Pope had a good game. He didn't have a good game. He had a good game for his standards. He had 12 points. How did Caldwell Pope have more points than Kuzma?
Caldwell Pope had a shot to tie it when it was 101-98. He bricked it 3. It's funny because LeBron trusts Caruso a lot. So Caruso gets a lot of shots that I'll be like, LeBron, I get you, trust him. But bro, he not making those threes like that, bro. He'll have a hot game.
I think LeBron is testing him. Like, is he really like down for like a clutch moments? Like, you gotta test him. You gotta test Kuzma a little more too, because he's I think you gotta
shooter.
Who?
Streaky shooter.
Like, yeah, he is.
Sometimes he's
hot
out of shots. Sometimes he breaking ever, man.
Jokic is his playmaking skills as a center.
Yeah, bro.
Like I'm not being biased.
He runs the floor.
I'm not being biased, but Joakim Noah, he was a good playmaking center. Pau Gasol, Marc Gasol, but Jokic is on a different level because he can get you a double-double in points and rebounds, and he can give you 7 assists a night consistently, 5 to 7. Yep. He can give you a triple-double. He can shoot. He can dribble. Yes. Like this man is an all-purpose center, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's great, man.
Jokic.
Yeah, I got the point total. Right. I got the point total wrong. Jeremy Grant actually scored 26, and Jokic scored 22. So Jeremy Grant had a clutch game. Monte Morris, I don't know if he's starting over Gary Harris, but he had a solid 14 points.
No, he comes off the bench. I like Monte Morris.
Yeah, Monte Morris, he's definitely helped the Nuggets on the bench for every series. He's played pretty well. What do you guys got in game 4?
I got the Nuggets tying it up.
Tying it up?
Yep.
I have to root for the Lakers, but I really, in my head, I was like, if the Nuggets get an earlier win, if he gets the 3-1 lead, I don't think LeBron's not gonna give that up. I think if it would have been a 3-1 lead, I think the Lakers for sure.
Nah, yeah,
But
they'll
it
for
being
sure. They'll
2-1
finish
now?
in 6. They'll finish in 6.
It being 2-1 now,
Yeah.
man. I
They
really want
don't.
to say
They
the
do
Nuggets.
not want it to be 2-2. I
No,
promise you.
help, because this is a team you're gonna see. You're gonna see, man, that the Lakers are doing their best. They go on a 20-point run, and then the Nuggets are younger. They're faster, man.
Shoot, if
They're better.
if
They're just a better team.
Mason Plumlee doesn't unnecessarily switch in game 2, it's a 2-1 lead. It's a 2-1 lead for the Nuggets.
It's a 2-1 lead for the Nuggets. Because he definitely ruined that defensive play for Davis to get the game winner.
Yep,
that game too.
I also have the Nuggets in this game. I believe they're gonna steal that second game against the Lakers. The Lakers do not look good right now. Besides LeBron and Davis, it's up to Kuzma and Caruso. Honestly,
Danny Green,
they're picking their poison.
Dwight Howard's giving you a solid 12 points a game.
You gotta pick your poison when you play the Lakers. Do you want LeBron scoring 50, and Anthony Davis going off at the same time, or do you choose who you want?
Yeah,
not
but
it's smart to do.
Davis and LeBron both had well, Davis had 27 points and LeBron had 30 points.
But
they
that was
did not have no
watching
help
it
from their.
Watching it though, man. Like LeBron supposedly he went 6 for 8 in the fourth quarter. But watching it, those 2 shots that he missed were so crucial. Those 2 shots he missed was when the lead was getting close.
Yeah.
Like the leads, like you don't understand these runs that both these teams went on and why the Nuggets are so dangerous. Looking at the Nuggets run is like when KD, Steph, and Clay were hot. And they would go on a 33-point run, just splashing threes.
The Lakers were down 14 before they got on that run. Nuggets had a bunch of bad offensive possessions.
Yeah, they had like
Rondo,
6 turnovers, 3 turnovers in a row, I think.
Yeah, and I think they brought it to 99-95, I believe it was the score. And
the biggest moment,
Jamal Murray.
The biggest moment that just stays in my head is 101-98. KCP takes a shot. It could be 101, and then when he misses the shot, Denver makes it, and I'm just like, yeah, it's over. That was it, because Denver's not gonna stop missing shots now.
No.
And if they miss shots, they're young enough to stop him in transition. The Lakers, I knew it was gonna happen, man. It sucks.
But like the shots, Jamal Murray, he put up one shot that was like Damian Lillard, and it was in, bro. Like you're gonna see it soon in these highlights.
Yep, from far back on Caruso.
It was crazy.
It's sad, man.
Oh man, look at that fake spin. He killed him right there. Wow,
beautiful, man.
It's over. It's literally over. Watching this game, just going through it, you're just like, Lakers. You're just a couple missed threes, a couple. Oh my God, Kyle. I hate watching.
They definitely pulled away. They pulled away.
Yep,
Oh
right
my
here.
Lord, look at that shot.
Right there, it was over.
Beautiful. And he started dancing like Dame. You tripping,
Dame
man.
did,
Yep, you gotta stop.
He did start dancing like Dame did, and then PJ Dozier comes in with the. I peeped that too, man. You know, nothing. And 1 for nothing.
So you got Lakers going up 3-1. You got Nuggets going 2-2.
Yep.
Tying it. Same here. What about the Heat and Celtics? They play at. They actually started playing now.
That series is going to 7.
That series going to 7?
That series is going.
What do you think is winning tonight?
I think this is Boston's series to lose because they have Tatum is just too consistent, Jaylen Brown is too consistent, and Marcus Smart is too consistent. Like you know exactly what you better get out of those 3. If Gordon Hayward can do his thing, if Kemba can do his thing, if
Daniel Tice.
I said Tice. Daniel Tice, who isn't a big name, y'all, but he definitely affects he is so clutch
I feel like that
for the
Celtics offense is just perfectly, like, it's perfect for centers. Like, you can put any center in there. Aaron Baines,
is Enes Kanter still on that team? Did he opt out?
He's still on that team.
He's bench.
He's on the bench because of Daniel Tice. And I feel like
Daniel Tice.
Eric Hunter is not a good defensive player. He's literally just offense.
He's literally like a sloth on there on defense. He literally just sits on defense with his arms out.
I got the Heat winning it 4-1.
4-1?
4-1.
Wowzers. You got them winning tonight?
Yep, got them winning tonight.
Really?
I got the Heat winning 4-2. And I have them winning tonight and the Celtics winning the next game. And then Heat winning the game after that.
I think Heat close it out, man. I think Heat they ain't gonna play no games, man. They was bricking the shots. Last game, they ain't gonna let them blow them out.
So you got Heat Nuggets in the finals.
Yep.
You got Heat Lakers. Obviously, you LeBron stan.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the NBA wants Lakers Celtics, and if the Lakers aren't gonna win, then Nuggets Celtics is a way better series because that's another team of consistent dudes that they gonna miss a little bit, but they gonna make a majority, man.
Yeah.
And that's another like
this series is all up to Michael Porter and Jeremy Grant. They can consistently play because Michael Porter dropped 9 points last game, but since
and
Grant,
what's his name,
Monte Morris dropped a cool 14 for them.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can consistently do that, that's gonna help Boston. But I don't think Jeremy Grant is gonna have another 25-point game.
No,
if you ask me, I feel like him and Porter he'll probably get 120-point game, and Grant will be around like the 14 to 18. But I hope he proves me wrong, and he does have a 25-point game. I'm not saying he's not going to, but I just don't feel like it. But yeah, it's really the Lakers. It's the Lakers series to lose.
Yeah, just like it's the
Celtics
series to lose.
Definitely the Lakers series to lose. Like I said, all up to Caruso, all up to Kuzma. Shit, I don't even believe in Danny Green. Dwight Howard.
Yeah, that man for NBA, for anybody who follows or is connected with NBA Twitter, KCP got bullied to the point where I trust KCP more because if KCP has a bad game, bruh, you gonna hear about it. Danny Green blocked people. Danny Green still shooting like shit. But do I trust Danny Green shooting it over Kuzma?
No, not anymore. Maybe when he played for San Antonio or Toronto. I don't know what happened to him this year. He just it's the LeBron curse, man. Every spot up shooter that plays LeBron, they just not spot up no more. Like excluding Mike Miller and Ray Allen, you can say Korver.
I think their talent can overcome certain situations.
Nah, they just became bricklayers out of nowhere. Like, how is this possible? Playing with LeBron, how is this possible? No way.
Nah, cuz. No way.
All right. We are going to wrap up the basketball segment. We are currently sitting at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 19 seconds. I feel like this could be our average for every week. What do you think, guys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What, 1 hour and 9 last week? We still got
the FanDuel.
We still got the FanDuel.
We still have the FanDuel and the picks.
Let me see. So let's real quick. So let me explain this FanDuel thing. Let's get it real quick done. Do you guys mind revealing your lineups? If I want to
go ahead. Okay. Yeah, explain it first.
So here's what the contest is, and I'm gonna try my best to edit in words so you guys can know. On FanDuel, we put 2 fantasy lineups. When the game started at 1 o'clock on Sunday, both Eddie and Ben drafted, and whoever wins is either gonna win 10 of the $18 winning, all the winnings, and we're just gonna see who scores more points.
My team's gonna beat yours.
Eddie's FanDuel lineup.
Wait, this is just in case if we win money, or is this a competition between the both of us?
This is a competition between the both of y'all to see who drafted better. If either lineup wins money, or if both lineups win money, you guys will see the money. But it's also just to see who scored more fantasy points.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, it's like a 1 week GM sort of thing.
Okay.
So
I'm definitely keeping score from this.
Eddie's fantasy lineup at quarterback, we have Kyler Murray. His running backs are Nick Chubb and Miles Sanders. His wide receivers are DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, Tyler Lockett. His tight end is Tyler Higbee. His flex is Devontae Freeman, and his defense is the Titans. Once again, that is Kyler Murray, Nick Chubb, Miles Sanders, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, Tyler Lockett, Tyler Higbee, Devontae Freeman, and the Titans defense. Benjamin drafted Russell Wilson at quarterback. His running backs are Miles Sanders, Nyheim Hines. His wide receivers are DeAndre Hopkins, Chase Claypool, and Mike Evans. His tight end is Noah Fant. His flex is Terry McLaurin, and his defense is the Patriots. Once again, that's Russell Wilson, Miles Sanders, Nyheim Hines, DeAndre Hopkins, Chase Claypool, Mike Evans, Noah Fant, Terry McLaurin, and the Patriots defense. So, like I said before, the winner will get their money, but it's also just to see sort of like a GM, sort of like who on the fly can pick a fantasy lineup. So that's going to be fun. Now, we're going to go back to the host, and we're going to get these week 3 game picks.
No, let's not do that. Thank you for properly explaining that new segment. I will try to explain it furthermore next week.
Yeah.
All right. And for the last and final segment of the night, we have our Lazies podcast NFL Week 3 picks. Yeah. First pick is Thursday night game, Miami Dolphins versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ryan Fitzpatrick said, "Beards are better than mustaches." So this is going to be a fucking game, all right? I got the Jaguars, though. I feel like Gardner Minshew was going to tear up that defense. They lost Byron Jones. They already weren't good in the first place. And it's going to be from my prediction, it's going to be a really good game for DJ Chark.
Mm-hmm.
Is he out? I got to make sure on that. So, but if he isn't, DJ Chark's going to have a good game.
I don't think I've seen him on any injury reports.
Ben, what about you?
I got the hard choice, man, because I don't know, because
They're both Gaga, so.
I got Jacksonville.
You got Jacksonville?
Yep, I got Jacksonville as well.
All right. And who do you have, Julio?
This is a Jacksonville sweep, but, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to see Tua.
Word?
I think we're going to see
Really?
Tua. I think that if the Dolphins are about to start the season 0-3,
You might as well.
for some reason, I feel like, and we all know how Ryan Fitzpatrick goes, especially when he's been around a place for longer than a season. That first season, he'll do his thing. Second season, he'll start cool. Even though he hasn't started great, he'll start cool. But eventually, he starts throwing picks.
I'm going to agree and disagree with you because that beard statement, Fitzpatrick said, you just can't bench him unless he throws like 3 picks in the first quarter. Some Nathan Peterman type shit. All right, so we all picked Jacksonville. Moving on to the next game, San Francisco not the baseball team. Whoa. San Francisco versus the New York Giants. I'm picking the Giants, obviously. Biased. Daniel Jones is going to have 5 touchdowns. And Devontae Freeman, Daniel Jones is not going to have 5 touchdowns. Devontae Freeman is going to have 2 touchdowns, though. That is my bold prediction.
Boy,
I got
this is rough, man.
Yeah, because of injuries. I don't know.
This is rough because of the injuries, right?
Look what they did against the Jets, and the Jets roster is just as bad as the Giants roster.
No.
Yes.
No, I think the Giants. I think the only thing that separates the Giants and the Jets is Adam Gase. And I apologize.
Adam Gase is terrible.
But I think Adam Gase would have
an apology.
Daniel Jones looking like there's no future. Because there are times where Sam Darnold looks damn good.
Yeah.
And you're just like, he was almost picked number 1 over Baker at one point.
I'm not a huge fan of Darnold, but he was looking good yesterday.
He had his moments against San Francisco, and their secondary isn't great, but that's still San Francisco. That's a well-coached defense.
He's still a fucking bum.
I got the Giants.
You got the Giants again? You're picking
Swear
the
to God,
Giants
man,
again.
I got the Giants.
I got the Niners, man. I have to go San Francisco.
All right.
Because
Swear to God, Giants.
Ben picks the Giants, and Julio picks the Niners. Moving on to the next game, the football team versus the Cleveland Browns.
I got the Browns.
You got the Browns?
I got the Browns. I got Odell having a good game.
I'm picking Washington.
You're picking Washington? I know you're going to pick Washington. I don't think you're ever going to pick a rival winning unless it's rival versus rival, and you're picking the worst rival every time.
I mean, last week I generally thought that the Bengals were... By the way, Zach Taylor, I cannot wait to see his ass
garbage.
go. You have Joe Mixon there. Joe Mixon is arguably your most talented offensive piece right now.
He is
40 yards.
And you gave him the ball. And even in the beginning of the game, you're like, oh, Mixon about to have a day.
Why give him this extension if you're just not going to use him?
Zach Taylor sniffed Sean McVay's butt one time, and he got to be a damn head coach.
Yeah, that's true. They're trying to give him that coaching system like Bill Belichick has.
It's nasty.
Nah, I'm good. I'm picking the Browns. I'm picking the Browns. You said you're picking the football team, and you're picking
The Browns.
The Browns. All right. My bold prediction for the Browns: they win by 21.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to next week, the Bengals versus the Eagles. Man, two super garbage
Got
teams.
the Bengals.
I got the Bengals.
I got the Eagles.
I got the Bengals.
And that isn't even an NFC vibe. That's just. I don't believe in you, Zachary Taylor. I don't believe, bro.
So
you coached your team to win last year, and y'all got the #1 pick. No, I don't believe in you, Zachary.
Man, that does say something about him.
They were not tanking like the Dolphins. They were not tanking. They were trying to win, bro. No. Or on the outside, they try to make it seem like they were trying to win.
Yeah, they were just that garbage, honestly. Like, who on the Bengals?
Terrible team, man.
They lost AJ Green, even though he's not having a good year this year. Tyler Boyd was actually pretty good.
Tyler Boyd, they need to just let him be the #1.
Nah, I don't. I'm picking the Bengals only because it's the Eagles, but I don't really believe it's the Bengals.
I think it's the Eagles. I have to go Eagles.
Raiders versus Patriots. Ben?
I got the Patriots.
I got
Patriots? I got the Raiders in a one-score game.
I think Belichick is going to be like... I think Belichick is going to sell to stop Josh Jacobs, and he's going to dare Derek Carr to beat him. And I think Newton is going to look at what he did against Russell Wilson. Because I looked at the stats. Newton outthrew Russell Wilson,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen. And we're talking about the mother effing MVP candidate. He outthrew him. So let that be known, man. That Cam Newton, you know, he's a dog,
Newton
bro.
in his Belichick system, he's looking
a dog.
really good, man.
He's a dog.
So I'm not gonna count out New England either. That's why I said a one-score game. So
Yeah.
3 to 7 points.
Yep.
All right. It could be 2 or 1.2. So 1 to 7. Bears versus Falcons.
Bears.
Ew.
You know what? Man, will Mr. Trubisky keep up with that offense, that Falcons offense?
I don't think so. I'm picking
I think
Falcons.
Falcons get their first win. Ben?
I got...
Because I want to go Bears, but I don't think Mitch can keep
I got
up.
the Bears.
You got the Chicago Bears.
I want to go
You
Bears.
think they're going
I
to
have
outscore
the
their
Bears.
offense? That defense is pretty bad. So he probably can keep up.
I think the defense is gonna hold their own. I think their offense is gonna be good enough where they could beat the Falcons.
All right, so I'm in my heart of hearts and my gut, I want to go Bears too, but I have to pick the Falcons because I don't know if I'm not fully sure Mitch Trubisky can keep up.
I don't think they can keep up neither.
If it ends up being a shootout, it's going to be one of those 42-20 shootouts.
I mean, the Giants' defense look real elite. We're going to see how they are in the next 3 weeks. But, man, they look really good against the Bears. So, maybe this is where the Falcons' defense actually step up, even though it's a pretty garbage offense. Yeah, I got the Falcons. Most definitely. Moving on to the next game. Los Angeles Rams versus the Buffalo Bills. Wow, this is going to be a good game. The Rams are looking real solid. Jared Goff's offense is looking like 2018 offense, although they just lost Cam Akers. But Malcolm Brown and Darrell Henderson is filling in perfectly for that offense.
McVay got the running backs he actually wanted.
Yes,
you know?
that is, well, he had the running back that he had, but his knee apparently just gave out on him. So
a lot of people say, and I've heard that in the system that McVay wants to run, even though Gurley was super talented, it wasn't exactly what, like, once Gurley's knee couldn't do more than it required, like the extra stuff, it was like, okay, yeah, now he's slowing down the offense because we can't even work around him like we used to do. Now with the running backs he got, it's his team now, man.
That's true. That is true. But their opponent,
yes,
the Bills.
Josh Allen real?
This is the game where he shows that he's real. He's facing Jalen Ramsey.
I don't think he is. I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah.
I think
Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Fucking Donald. That's I can't even. It's too much to even talk about him because he's just that good of a player. So we're just gonna leave it at that. I got the Rams. I don't know, man.
I'll say the Rams loud and
you know what?
Ram up.
I got the Bills. I'm going for the hometown team, bro. I don't care.
Got the Bills?
I got the Bills, man.
Ben?
I got the Bills.
You got the Bills?
Yes, I got the Bills.
Hey, hometown for life, baby. Alright, you got the Rams.
Got the Rams.
And I got the Bills. Next game, Texans versus Steelers.
I go last. Y'all go.
I got the Steelers.
I got. You know, this is gonna be my upset, man. I got the Houston Texans. I got the Texans. I feel like Deshaun Watson's gonna have a bounce back game. I feel like the corners are washed, and they're gonna have a bad game. It all depends because that Steelers front seven is crazy.
If they can disrupt Deshaun, if Will Fuller is out, I believe the Steelers. Oh man, I hate to do it, but I think we're gonna blow them boys out.
Oh, Pittsburgh gonna blow out?
I think this is one of those games where there's for me as a fan, there's so much fear because of Deshaun Watson. But then you just stop and go football guy for a second. Who you scared of, bro? David Johnson, a little bit. He's not Saquon. He's not Melvin Gordon.
Hey, David Johnson looked real good.
David Johnson can do his thing.
I haven't seen any highlights to see about week 2. Saquon is
Fuller
not even playing. Stop mentioning Saquon's name, man. It's painful.
So
man.
I'm gonna go Steelers in a blowout, and then next week when I come here and I'm super pissed off because we lost, then I'm gonna remember that I said it was gonna be a blowout.
Who you got? You got the Steelers?
I had the Steelers also in a blowout. I don't think that offense can hang with the other offense. I don't think their defense is good enough to stop the Steelers. It's an easy game.
Bold prediction, man.
Trash.
It's bold.
I think JJ gets like
the
3 sacks.
The blowout's a bold prediction. The Steelers, I feel like they're heavily favored though.
I think JJ gets 3 sacks though. Even if we blow him out, I think JJ gets his.
I think he gets 2.
I don't think he gets a sack.
Really?
Yeah.
Over that, like injury prone, the injury riddled O-line?
Yeah, the Castro's back in.
Oh, he's back in?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad our All-Pro is back in, but that boy Kevin Dotson got the game ball, didn't allow a single quarterback pressure. Come on, man. We said when he was coming out the draft, and then we looked at the tape, and it was him and Robert Hunt. And I had a little feeling in my gut, and I'm like, what if it wasn't Robert Hunt that carried Kevin Dotson? What if it was actually... No, I'm not going to. No. It couldn't be Kevin Dotson.
You're being biased again, bro.
I'm not trying to be.
Yeah.
But if you look at tape on a lot of those runs on the pass pro, Dotson is a people mover. Robert Hunt is great. No, Robert Hunt. Is it Robert Hunt from Louisiana?
Yeah, Robert Hunt. Yeah.
Okay, so Robert Hunt is a great lineman. But he had a man next to him blocking. He had a grown man.
That's a bold prediction, and I'll get back to you week 17 about Kevin Dotson. Let's see if
we'll see.
Let's see.
All pro.
Hopefully, he keeps his spot. If Big Al comes back, is he coming back?
I hate Big Al, man. No, David DeCastro's our
Dotson is a guard. Okay, yeah, I forgot. I keep thinking of Banner. Banner's the one that's going. I'm
Savage. Banner was the greatest. Hey, Zach.
Twitter Savage, man.
Please,
get healthy,
you're the greatest, man.
You're a legend.
You're the greatest.
Next game, Tennessee versus Minnesota. I got
Tennessee.
I got the Vikings. I gotta go for the Vikings again.
Wow,
They really. I gotta prove who y'all are,
Tennessee.
man. I feel like every time Kirk Cousins has a bad game,
I think Corey Davis about to have a game. That secondary is terrible.
it is.
That Minnesota secondary is terrible, and they thought Xavier Rhodes.
It's young. That secondary is also. It's like the Falcons now. They lost Xavier Rhodes. They got Hughes, Holton Hill, and I think Mackenzie Alexander went to the Bengals. I don't know who else they drafted, but they're pretty young back there. They lost Anthony Barr. I think I might have to switch my pick. I don't know, man. I got the Vikings winning. Who do you got, man?
I got Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans?
Yeah, easy. Easy win. Easy W.
Easy.
Man, you guys are not my week 3 friends, man. All right, next game: Panthers versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
Chargers?
I'm
Also gonna go Chargers.
Justin Herbert gets his first NFL win.
No Christian McCaffrey, right?
No Christian.
Chargers.
Nope.
Chargers.
Chargers.
Next game. This one is kind of poopy. The Jets versus the Colts.
Hey, man.
I got the Colts.
I got the Colts, too.
Easy W.
Easy, yeah.
Easy W.
You know what, though?
It's a game.
Phillip Rivers might make it a game. Phillip might make it a game.
Oh, okay. You're saying that it's going to be
Phillip
bad.
might make it a game.
Which is why I'm picking the New York Jets.
But Marcus May with a pick six.
Man, I feel like I'm going to come back next week with like a 4-12 a record. Oh, it's going to be so
I'm going
bad.
undefeated week 3. Count on it.
Okay.
Count on it.
We'll see.
They going undefeated in week 3?
Yep.
Oh, man. I can't wait to talk to you about that team. Next game, fellas. Cowboys versus Seahawks. I believe this is America's game of the week.
I think this is a Seattle win, too.
I also think this is a Seattle win.
No, what? Cowboy fan?
I have no belief in our defense.
I can't wait to talk to you about that next week, too, man. I'm going with my fantasy quarterback, my boy. Nah, I'm going with the Seahawks.
I was about to say. I mean,
All right. Everybody got the Seahawks. Next game is going to be the Detroit Lions versus the Arizona Cardinals.
Cardinals. Easy W. Easy.
That's
Easy.
Cardinals, and I think next week we come here to do the podcast, and I'm like, hey Eddie, let's talk about Matt Patricia getting fired.
Man,
So we'll see.
We can talk about that right now if you want to.
Matt Patricia getting fired.
Man, it's terrible. Another one of those coach under the Bill Belichick
the
coaching tree.
Yep, Billy
Look
Belichick
at Bill
tree.
Belichick coached me, and I did pretty good as a coordinator at the Patriots, but I really didn't do that much because of Billy B.
Say that nonsense for when you go back to the Patriots.
I'm picking the Cardinals for this game, like you guys
Cardinals
said.
is easy.
Easy W.
Easy.
All right, next game, fellas. Tampa Bay versus Denver.
Tampa Bay.
I got Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Yep.
If Drew Lock was in this game, I probably still would have picked Tampa Bay. Honestly. Oh man, easy. All right. I believe this is a Sunday night game.
Sunday, Monday.
The Packers versus the Saints.
I
I
got
got the Packers, man. I feel like this is going to be easy. Honestly, if you ask me, I got the Packers.
I have. Heck yeah, the Packers. What the heck is there to think about?
The letter E and the letter Z, bro.
Easy,
also have the
bro.
Packers.
Green Bay, bro.
Aaron Rodgers proven.
It all
Proven
depends.
he's
It
that
all
guy.
depends if Michael Thomas returns. I don't think so, bro.
Even then, man, New Orleans does not look good.
I don't know, man. Michael Thomas is the slant god, so you cannot count him out with that offense. But I got the Packers, easy wash. And Monday Night Football game. This is going to
This is gonna
Good
suck.
Good one.
Suck. Especially if we lose to Houston. This game matters.
Game of the
a
year
lot.
alert. Game of the year nominee. Before we even talk
Already,
about it, this is my bold prediction for it.
We're talking about Kansas City versus Baltimore, brother.
Oh yes, I forgot to mention that. Thank
we
you.
started reacting to it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I have Lamar Jackson finally beating Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I think this
Finally
is the team.
beating him.
This is the team. That defense
Bend to
is
break
like I keep
defense.
saying it. I keep saying it, man. That defense is nasty. That defense is really good, but it's free fucking real estate, man. I'm doing Kansas City, man. Mahomes, Hill. Is Kelsey there?
Yeah.
Is he playing?
Still healthy, yeah.
I feel like Clyde Edwards-Helaire is gonna have a not a game like Week 1, but he's gonna give you about 80 yards and a touchdown. And I got KC winning in a close game, a 10-point game.
I genuinely think Baltimore is going to is probably going to end up being the number 1 seed in the AFC. And I think this is the game that's why they end up being the number 1. Even if both the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens lose 2 games each after whatever the hell, this is still the Ravens conference, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the Chiefs, but bend and break defense, man. I'm telling you, boys, that bend and break defense will break when you don't want it to, and it'll break your heart, bro. I've been there. When you can have the most talented quarterback ever, bro.
I
That
feel like
defense
they're not gonna contain Lamar, but they're gonna stop him at the last.
They might put him in a box for a little bit.
Yeah, and
for a little bit, but he can throw. Yeah, he can throw. He'll hit a deep pass.
He most definitely can throw, and people need to stop underestimating him and call him a running back.
And I'm a Steelers fan.
Facts.
Come on, man. Like, I gotta give respect, man. The man is stupid talented.
He is, man. But I still got the Chiefs, man. All right. That was the last game of the Week 3 picks. We will get back to you guys. I believe we're recording this on Wednesday, and our upload day should be Monday before the Monday night game. So we will get back to you next Monday.
Oh no, I'm trying to upload this either tomorrow or Friday.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah, we're trying.
You trying to get this?
We'll discuss if you guys want to work. Because last week it was just a lot of factors trying to recover an old channel. We really appreciate all of you who watched the first episode, who might have liked it or subscribed, or even if you watched 5 seconds of it, if you watched the full hour, if you're watching the full hour and 30 minutes of this,
man,
we appreciate you, man.
If you're really watching the full hours and 30 minutes, I love you.
We appreciate you because we're here talking about a sport that we love, and we're passionate about our teams, we're passionate about the sport, and we're passionate about passion. So we appreciate you guys, and so if we can deliver for you guys, we'll do that.
Also, I want to point out that this is my first time hosting an episode. I kind of froze up a couple times, kind of caught a little stage fright. You kind of stepped in for one segment, and then I came back. I appreciate you for that.
We out here, bro.
I hope I get better at these, and I'm willing to do this, and I am prepared to do these for the next couple weeks. You got next week, right?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, you got next week, my boy. Yes, sir. Man, if I had to go through a full one, man, you got this, man. I believe in you.
Yeah,
I have faith. 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 But anyways, we appreciate you guys for tuning into the Lazies podcast. This is episode 2. I am your host, Eddie. This is my co-host, Ben. This is my co-host, Julio.
Just a regular guy.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you guys.
Have a good night.
Peace.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Please do. We need money. Nah.